Within the context of e-learning, an assessment is any interaction from which data is collected with the purpose of discovering something about the learner. Assessments provide practical, objective, and measurable evidence that learning goals have been met. Because e-learning assessment methods provide reliable results quickly, training decisions can also be made quickly. Assessment improves learning through interaction and feedback, identifies learner knowledge strengths and weakness, and helps to measure the effectiveness of the instruction. 3 assessment types exist: diagnostic assessments, or pretests that occur before instruction begins to measure a learner's skill level. When you use a pretest, you should also use a post-test to gauge the effectiveness of the training. Formative assessments occur at intervals during instruction to check the learner's level of understanding of specific topics. And summative assessments, or post-tests, are conducted at the end of instruction to measure knowledge gained from the course's overall content. You should consider the following questions when deciding which assessment type to use for a course. Do I need to know each learner's skills before training begins? Does the content require knowledge checks after the introduction of each new concept or topic? Will learner performance be re-evaluated during the months after the course is completed? Is a learning community feature included, such as a wiki or discussion board, to encourage long-term learner feedback and continuous improvement? The most effective assessment techniques include realistic scenarios and questions that match the learning objectives. Overall, questions should perform the following: provide clear instructions, match learning objectives, not reveal answers, place correct answers in random positions, not in an obvious pattern. Include meaningful feedback for both correct and incorrect answers to reinforce learning. Use clear, concise, and precise language. Test one idea per question. Contain only material that is relevant to the answer. Be reviewed by a subject matter expert and by someone unfamiliar with the topic. And be edited for clarity and grammar. Distractors are the wrong answers to each question. Distractors can directly affect the difficulty of a question by being obviously incorrect or closely related to the correct answer. You should apply the following rules for distractors. Distractors seem completely reasonable to the uninformed. Distractors that are obviously wrong decrease the validity of the assessment. Distractors are based on the content within the course. Distractors are similar to the correct answer in construction and length. The most popular question and answer formats used by e-learning designers are drag and drop. Learners respond to a task such as sequencing or arranging by clicking on an object and dragging it to a different location. Fill in the blank or short answer. These are variations of multiple choice questions. Learners complete a sentence by selecting the answer from a list of possibilities. Hotspots. Learners select the answer to a question by clicking on the correct area of an object. Matching. Learners match items on 2 lists by pairing their associations. Multiple choice. With this widely used format, a question is presented and the learner selects one correct answer from a short list of possibilities. Select all. These questions are also a variation of multiple choice. Learners can select a number of answers from a list of possibilities. And true-false. Here, a statement is presented, and learners select whether the statement is true or false. Developers often find multiple choice, fill-in-the-blank, true-false, and select-all formats easy to design, simple for learners to use, and compliant with accessibility guidelines. Matching, drag and drop, and hotspots can require more advanced e-learning development skills and enhanced computer capabilities. All of these formats yield objective results. When deciding the best question format for e-learning assessment, you should consider the following: the level of thinking actions you want to assess from Bloom's taxonomy, the learner's comfort level using computers or mobile devices, what information you want to collect, store, analyze, and secure, and interface and accessibility for all learners.